So I probably have three main issues in my golf swing, in my full swing. One is the tendency, which I've talked about in a previous video, of getting too quick from the top of the backswing. The transition, the change of direction from backswing to downswing is quick, it's jerky, and of course everything needs to work in sync on the way down, and if you're quick, all the various bits of your body don't work in harmony and you tend to become a little bit disjointed. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is a tendency I have to get the club face open, particularly coming down into the ball. So I'm approaching the ball like this. So the club face is open, it should be more here, looking at the ball rather than looking at the sky. And then of course when I'm in this position, and I'm also tending to lean back a little bit with my upper body, I have to flip the hands over, take some kind of emergency measure to square things up. And the result is usually pretty horrible. It's a mishit, hit a lot of thin shots because it's very hard to hit crisply down into the ball from this position, but you can do from here. So what I'm working on at the moment is to see if I can make sure the club face is facing more at the ball as I start down and approach the impact zone. And then I just sort of pull through rather than having to flip the hands. That's the theory. And that was nice. And then you get a much more solid strike. It's a proper divot. And we're all happy. And then problem number three is probably best demonstrated face on rather than down the line. And that is this tendency to have, shall we say, Elvis hips and legs. Like this. Too much lateral sway with the hips and the legs. And again, I think that can contribute to this position coming into the ball, as opposed to being more stable and more sort of here. Okay, so this is the drastic measure that gets rid of the Elvis hips and legs, because you can't do that when you're on your knees. So I used to be able to do this when I was a kid. When I was a junior golfer, I'm not quite sure whether I still have it in me, but we'll have a go. It's actually a fair strike. Yep, I'll take that. The hardest thing is actually getting up now. There we go. No. Elvis. So now I've managed to hit a couple of shots off my knees. Of course, I'm now thinking, oh, maybe I should try, some of those other trick shots that these professionals do on YouTube and TV. But of course, it's incredibly difficult. The practice they put in, the skill level is absolutely amazing. I remember that the first trick shot artist I ever came across was a guy called Paul Hahn. I think it was H-A-H-N, he was an American guy. And then there was an English guy called, from the Manchester area, I think, called Noel Hunt. Maybe there's something about having a first name and a second name with 4 letters in it, I don't know. So Andrew, that doesn't work, does it? So anyway, Noel Hunt, I watched him do a show at the Belfry once in the Midlands. I think it was at the Ryder Cup, and he was absolutely amazing. He was hilarious. He did an impression of Seve actually doing a trick shot, Seve Ballesteros, which was brilliant. And if I remember rightly, it went something like this. He'd go into Seve mode. He said, "Oh, thank you very much," and he hit his shot. So he'd get over the ball. He said, "Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit a very difficult shot. I'm going to hit the ball, I'm going to hit a low, high, draw fade. It's very difficult. You watch. Seve will do." So he gets here. And then he would hit a low draw, because of course you can't hit a low, high draw fade. It's like in business where you say, well, I want it cheap, I want it good quality, and I want it on time. Well, you can't have all three. When I get a draw, it's very difficult. So as the sun sets on a lovely June evening, I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in. to this latest episode. It was great fun doing this Seve thing. He was always a great hero of mine, and it was so sad that he departed this world all too soon. But anyway, some happy memories. And do subscribe to the channel. Let me know what kind of content you want in the future from me. And in the meantime, I wish you well with your golf, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.